I'm here to tell you about Joan. She's one of our most successful transition clients and she was part of the Winterbourne project. She wanted to make a little film about her life story. Today her life has totally changed around from where she was over a year ago.
My name is Joan. I've been in hospital 37 years, all my life. It wasn't very nice, staff wasn't nice. I couldn't go out when I wanted to. I just didn't like it because I was in the ward. I was angry and upset. I wanted to go home to my mum and dad, but I wasn't allowed to. We had to be washed at 4:30. We had to have a wash and get ready for bed. I had to go to bed at 8 and lights off at 8, no telly. I wanted to move on, and so we had a meeting with my social worker and Next Step, and Ahmed said they would find me a house, and I wanted to be near my brother. They looked around for a house, they found one, and then I went to have a look at it. I liked it. I knew I could be happy here because it was quiet. When I got my key in December, I went, hooray, I got my keys for my house. I was going around telling everybody that I got my keys for my house.
I've been with Joan for just over a year since she came to her home, where she's now. I did originally meet her when she was in her hospital setting, and I met a very quiet, shy lady, not a lot of confidence. And since moving to her new home, I've watched her blossom, raise her head up high, shoulders back, and talking and communicating with her friends and out in the community enjoying herself.
I interviewed my staff in Next Step, spoke to them, asked staff about working with me. They liked to work with me. I liked them. I liked Next Step staff. It made me feel that I could trust people again. It made me feel that I can go out without having the door locked. I asked the staff, wherever I want to go, the staff will take me, so there's no problems. I can go out, I can go to my boyfriend.
Every day has just been wonderful. We see how she grows, we see how she meets people, and she interacts with different social groups, and she enjoys her day-to-day tasks and living, just going everywhere and enjoying her life.
I go to a quiz night every month. We have dinner there. I meet all the neighbours. We have good fun.
She answers a lot of the questions we can't answer, especially the children's programmes. And yes, she does. She has become a really valuable part of the neighbourhood. And I think we'd all like to think that if she ever needed any of us, or the carers needed any of us, we're there. We're there for her.
She enjoys coming out with us, so when we go to the quiz night, she enjoys that. She's a good neighbour to have. First time I met her, I was a bit surprised when she was very short and didn't engage in any conversation. And over the last year, now, she'll come and knock on my door and ask me, am I going to so-and-so?
When Joan first moved in, we didn't really see much of her. But then after a little while, she was introduced to us, and now we see her out and about everywhere. Her confidence has come out, and it's just amazing to see how much confidence and how much she's grown and got to know everybody.
She's far more self-confident, she's far more a part of the street. Most people know Joan now. I think what she's probably gained out of living here is being part of a little street, and obviously support workers are really brilliant. They're all part of the street as well, but I think that's what's the big difference that I've noticed is that she's now part of what we do and feeling a part of the community.
I think Joan's getting what she needs, rather than I think if you're in a group environment there's too many people to focus on, because I think Joan is getting one-to-one and specific care that she needs for herself, and I think that's what's made the difference.
I like making cakes. I like cooking.
Joan makes a mean cake, and it's the best fruit cake I've ever tasted, and that is the honest truth. That was lovely, that cake.
She's cooking for herself, taking care of her own personal care, her personal hygiene, everything. going out looking for nice things to wear. She's taken an interest in her appearance now.
There's such a positive change since moving from hospital into her house. She's more lively. She starts a conversation with people where it was really difficult in the beginning. She doesn't look down when walking anymore. She looks up and she faces the world.
On a Wednesday I go to bingo. I like bingo, I met new people. I see my friend.
I'm Norma and I run the local bingo club here. Joan's been coming for about a year now. She fitted in virtually straight away. She is Joan and she's got a wonderful sense of humour. Her and her friend Karen are always winding each other up. But she's so helpful and kind, Joan, in helping Edna, who's blind. When she first came, although she fitted in straight away, it was more difficult for her to look to help other people. But now she's there and she's helping and she just loves coming to the bingo. She's come more out of her shell and joins in conversations more and has laughs with people. And when I had my goddaughter here, the first person she went to was Joan, which was lovely. It really was. Being institutionalised for all that amount of time, I think, is horrendous. And people need to be out in the community mixing. And we knew virtually nothing about Joan's past, but that wasn't important to us. The Joan we know and love is the Joan that's here today.
She's now got a job in a local charity shop, fairly near to where she's living. The staff are so welcoming and kind and welcome her as part of the team. She increased her hours from doing one afternoon a week to now 2.
I go to work twice a week. I like it very much. They're pleased with me. I like going to work. I like being there. I meet quite a lot of people. They made me independent. I do more for myself.
Joan has been a volunteer with us for nearly a year. When she first started volunteering, she was quite shy. Didn't speak much to us, but over the past few months her confidence has grown and grown, and she's very capable, quite independent while she's in the shop doing her voluntary work, and interacts with the customers and the other volunteers really well, and we enjoy her company and I think she enjoys ours. Joan does a lot of like tidying, putting out books and toys, sorting out shoes and handbags. She does some hanging of clothes onto the clothes rail, sizing them, etc. Helps customers like find things, chats to people. When Joan first started, she only had a little bit of confidence, but when she got used to us all, because we're quite a friendly bunch and we muck about and make volunteering fun, hopefully, I think her confidence grew week by week, and to the point now where Joan tells me the sort of things that need doing out on the shop floor, so I don't always have to say, Joan, can you do this, can you do that, because Joan will use her own initiative and do her own stuff out in the shop, which is brilliant.
I think the job has given her a lot of self-esteem because she's been brought out into the main body of the shop where she's talking to the customers and the other staff and feeling part of it and part of the community.
My port workers are nice to be with them. I look forward to seeing them. I miss them when they're not around.
Joan often talks about the next step support workers. She says how friendly and how lovely they are towards her, and how they all take her out, take her shopping and help her to do things for herself. And I think that's what's given her a lot of confidence too.
She is just a lovely person to work with. Everyone in our team can't get enough praise for her, and they love going to work because they enjoy working with Joan.
I get on with them quite well, no complaints.
I wouldn't say it's just us helping Joan. Joan also helps us.
They're not like staff, they're like a family. They're like a family to me.
Independent living, I think, has given Joan a new lease of life. It's brought her life back.
My social worker comes to see me. They check on me to see if I'm happy. They work with Next Step quite a lot. They make sure that the staff do things with me and to help me to do things.
She's happy. Joan is really happy at the moment, and she's loving life. She's making life work. She's making work very nice for all of us. Her team really enjoys working with her.
I'm in a good place now. Next Steps have been really good to me. thumbs up. I like to thank everybody for joining in my video. I hope you all like my life story.